Hey, Dimitri. So I thought you'd like to see the outcome of the hanger, both in the adjustment in terms of brightness, saturation, but also the animation. So check that bad boy out there in the background. I'll just let this run through. We've turned off enemies. Um, I like it. It feels good. I also think, it fits our style, it fits our charm. I think it feels like they're subdued in the background a bit. You'll also see I've got some larger ones, so we make good use of the texture resolution. I think the details are great, and they fit pretty well in the environment. So these aren't final placements, but we can work on those. So here comes one of the big ones here in just a second too. So we're starting to reach a lot of our production levels. I mean, look at this, dude. This is so cool. Like, how can I not use that, right? Like, the only feedback I had for you was twofold. One was to in the sprite sheet itself to add in the thruster animations, and then we have to do this thankless job, just like we broke out the thruster animations, right? Where I want to use a combination of the particle system and the object attachment system, turn these things into basically fake enemies. Because right now I'm using background sprites, and we're going to save a lot of texture memory, I'm pretty sure. So, well, I'm not pretty sure. I know we'll save a bunch of texture memory. So with that in mind, I think, right, kind of what I'm looking at is this. All right, yeah, because boy, so we got a big 2K by 2K texture here, and I suspect, right, so in the version where we basically, now that we have all the animations and we're locked, this is a finalized asset. Let's do the thankless task of essentially, breaking out these animation bits, right? Because I bet you, I mean, even if I were to take one of these guys, do one of these. Oop, I'm making turrets everywhere. That if, let me take a look here. So we can just say, for the sake of argument, this is this is basically a 128 by 128. And if we still did 8 frames of animation, that would still bring what is that? That's a 256. So it's a 512 by 512. That's one additional 512 by 512 asset as opposed to currently what we have. And we have to do the math again. So because I think each of the bits, they'll all be around the same way. But then we would have one, what is this? It's a 2K sheet. So we'd have one basically, this is like a 512 by 512. So let me double check. What do we got here? Double check. Oh boy. Ugh, there we go. Pardon me. I'm tired. Yeah, so we have the 1K by 1K because they're gonna be screen filling. They need that big, right? So yeah, I think in particular, I think it's still gonna be cheaper to cut out the bits. We have to add them up, right? So with the elements, but also I think when we talk about like the blinky light bits and things like this, some of these things we can, I think, just do as like a, oh, here's how they should overlay. But I think for the smaller ones, when we talk about fading these in and out, these can just be in the particle system. And even though they're going to be big on screen, they can still be something like a 32 by 32, just a soft, fuzzy texture, because they're supposed to be more glowy than anything else. So, and as long as they don't pixelate too badly, I think we'll be good in that space. So, and then we can cut out like this section here to have it do its own animation. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I know it's a thankless task, but at the very least, cut them out, put them into their own sprite sheets, if you will, and then we can put it together and then do the math on it and see what's the better approach. Because at the end of the day, we do want our games to run on Switch, and you only have about 3 gigs-ish of memory, and our production values for the environment, especially with the length of the levels, those are adding up pretty quickly. So, and anywhere we're going to spend our extra texture memory, it definitely should be on the interactive elements. So boss monsters, I don't mind paying for those, paying because they're big set pieces, right? So paying the extra texture memory for that. Okay. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed what you saw there. I'm excited. We're making some good progress. It's nice to come back after doing being at the day job on site for a couple days, and flying back from LA and being able to sit down and just enjoy putting some of the art in the game and seeing where we're at. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.